Chat, here we go. The battle for Spain. If CRR is here, seemed like he was slightly delayed. He throws on my bad, but we're going to get started. We got LuiisP, who we've had play on stream recently. We talked about his FeerFest performance. Wow, what a shot and save to start the game. But he's also just been one of the top players in Showmatch performances recently. He is hard to take down. And CRR is also hard to take down. Almost nobody has beat him. He's lost one game in his 7 show matches, and he lost it to Toxic. It was a full sweep. CRR says he was having some controller difficulties. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Is this what we're going to get all series long? Just insane offense and just as good defense? But anyways, CRR over the new controller woes. So should be ready for his toughest matchup yet. LuiisP trying to continue to hold himself down as the best Spaniard in the 1v1 game. Nice long shot. Finally, LuiisP is going to be able to score. Somehow his 2 bangers of a shot previously didn't find their way in. CRR able to save them. CRR's most recent game, I actually think, went up on the YouTube today. So if you guys watched the YouTube earlier, maybe you're excited to see CRR continue what he was doing there. I believe he played Nuggets and won in 4 games, I want to say. Nugget was only able to get 1 off of him, and Nugget ranked top 24 or something in the world right now. LuiisP ranked around top 10 or top 12, I think. He might be number 12. So CRR not in the top 100's leaderboard, but he has already proven he's a top 1s player. Doesn't need to be there. But it is interesting to think about, where does CRR practice? Is he playing in tournaments? Is he grinding ones? I mean, if he played in the leaderboard, he certainly would get there. So, I don't know. Interesting. Maybe we'll have to ask him sometime if he does any practice at all, or if he just appreciates a good show match and is always somehow able to hold it down. CRR, super high dribble. Not going to be able to get it inside that near post. LuiisP, his aerial game has looked really solid. Somehow CRR has stopped him up until this point, but this one will go in. And it will be 3-0 for LuiisP. The Spanish 1v1 veteran refuses to be stopped 3 times in a row. Yo, Aeronaut. Are you the Aeronaut who is always commenting on the YouTube? Because I read basically every comment, and I see an Aeronaut on YouTube comments a lot. So it'll be crazy to see you here on Twitch for the first time. LuiisP taking a trip out to midfield to grab boost and cutting the ball back into his half. Man, CRR just let it go in wide open. Oh wait, chat, it was CRR who had the basic Fennec that everybody picked. I had them mixed up. I don't know why the cars come in different orders of the name tags on the bottom. Maybe the name tags, oh, it wouldn't make sense for them to be alphabetical. But chat and YouTube, for those people who don't know what I'm talking about, we had everybody vote on who had the best Fennec before we got started here. Chat voted for CRR's Fennec, which is, I would argue, a little bit boring. CRR, opportunity for a long shot and to put himself on the board here in the first game. Not able to do so as he misses wide. Almost got a nice pinch. He's going to cut this back towards the net, and he couldn't get it around it in time, but he's got LuiisP flying around the net, and now instead of getting a goal, he's just going to get scored on. Great defensive stand from LuiisP. A little bit of CRR getting ahead of himself around the net. Could not chip one in before LuiisP recovered. So 5-0, not a great start for CRR, who is certainly not the favorite coming into this matchup, despite his good performances in the past month or so on my stream against top players. I mean, LuiisP has a long history of being a great player in once. This is, wow, this will be so nutty. He has absolutely no boost at all. No reason not to try and go for a nasty shot to get himself on the board. Had he actually touched that and redirected it in front of the net, that would have been truly incredible. But I think LuiisP actually probably would have saved it anyways, because it was not that fast of a shot. 6-0. LuiisP continuing to run it up. Still a decent amount of time left in the game. You have to think game number 1 going to LuiisP. Right now, it's not so much about this first game for CRR as it is getting mentally in it for the rest of the series, because he has been held completely scoreless. We know that's not what CRR is capable of. Oh my goodness, LuiisP is looking next level right now, though. I mean, he is just all over the map with everything. Great round of air dribble. Once again, I mean, I think it was LuiisP that we were talking about before. So good at valuing the fact that the dribble has to be headed to that far post. This time, LuiisP, even doing it from the ground, heads it to the right side of the net. Oh, that's a great double. CRR saves it, but I mean, he's going to need more than amazing defense. We saw him start the game with amazing defense, and he is playing a good defensive stand right now. If he's somehow able to get back to this one, man, 8-0. LuiisP. CRR, man, he's been looking for as tough of a challenge as he could find. Specifically wanted somebody who, grinds or is relevant in the ones game. He has gotten maybe the toughest opponent. Exactly what he was hoping for. So I expect to see a CRR bounce back. I don't think it'll continue to be a shutout like we've seen so far in this game. But it's not often we see complete shutouts. I think he's getting the best version of LuiisP. Luis for a double. Oh, these guys are talking to each other. And I can't read it. Chat, quick. Who knows enough Spanish? I know very little. Not enough to understand what they're asking each other. Any translators in chat? Oh, I'm sure they're joking around. CRR let me know that they're just messing around. I can't imagine they're being too mean to each other. But CRR says he's going to go hard mode next game. All right, that's good to hear. Oh, sorry, that was a funny chat. We were asking what LuiisP and CRR were saying as that game ended there. And Cindy really helped us out. Let us know that the last message, GG, meant that it was a good game. Thanks for that. Cindy. I appreciate that. CRR is on the board, and what car is he in to start game number 2? Chad, I truly don't know what car this is, so you're gonna have to tell me. Whatever it is, it's got him out of the funk of whatever was slowing him down in game number 1, and now it's got him up 2-0. The Endo. Oh yeah, the Endo. I used to know car names like this. Endo's pretty old as far as non-standard cars go. I swear, Sonics creates very similar cars all the time. There's only so many shapes you can put cars in. And then I just start to lose track of the names of which ones they are, you know what I'm saying? Wait, this is not the Endo? Is that not the Lambo? Wait, is it the Lambo? Okay, chat right here just proving my point. Chat proving my point right now. A lot of people said it was the Endo together, all in unison, so it seems like they're probably right. I tell you what, whatever car it is, it's overpowered, and they need to nerf it, because CRR went from a 0-8 start to now up 3-0 against LuiisP. A great 50 in front of the net. Oh my goodness, what? How fast is this shot? I swear. Oh, only 126. It seemed like it was so much faster. I thought we were about to see the fastest shot we've ever seen. It just got so accelerated to the top corner. Not going to be a shutout for CRR, though. He's not going to do exactly to LuiisP what was done to him. LuiisP on the kickoff. Being patient, trying to throw a few fakes, seeing if he could get away with an easy one. CRR didn't let him. Played a good defensive stand. He's had to back off. Tried to backflip into that play. Got no touch. CRR playing fast before LuiisP can make his recovery. Doing so has taken him out of the ability to take a quick shot. But now he's got an air dribble from the midfield. CRR, oh my goodness, crossbar down. LuiisP is going to get credited with a save. And maybe it would have bounced down and in, but I do think it was on its way out. It's not going to show us, unfortunately. CRR has had a bit of trouble, even against Nugget in his last game on stream, not getting punished for going for his aerial attacks. The best aerial players know how to get beat, get beat on those possessions, but not get scored on. You need to be able to get saved and still be back to stop the counterattack the other way. LuiisP doing a great job of what I just explained. His first aerial doesn't score, but he comes out with possession and does it again, this time looking for a 50, and CRR doesn't even touch it. So LuiisP has brought it back to tied. 2 3-0 runs for both these guys as CRR found a little bit of magic at the start, but can he keep it going? He's not going to back off his aerial game, despite the troubles he's had with it in show matches prior. This time, he just takes it too high. Never really a shot attempt to come out of it. And now, LuiisP with a bounce dribble straight down the field. A nice half flip and a fourth. So even though CRR didn't immediately get scored on, this possession did come directly from his aerial play. And LuiisP not messing around, not taking the ball to either wall, just constantly continuing the dribble, even though it wasn't fast, towards CRR's net, meaning CRR cannot take a moment to breathe and get out of his defensive positioning. CRR, nice 50. He's going to have another chance for a wall to air dribble. This time pinching it with the ceiling and out of his possession. No shot attempt once again for CRR in the air. CRR maybe should be pulling away from consistently playing that aerial game. You do need to be able to threaten it at times, though. LuiisP, super early pre-jump. This is not a bad way to get it going. An air dribble bump to put himself on the board. LuiisP, early pre-jump, tried to recover from it, and it just means he's approaching the net so late. It's going to be hard to get up and around a CRR dribble. Hey, if Ahmad could, can they change the bracket command to say, there is no tournament going on right now, something like that, instead of a link, so that I don't have to explain it when people come to check. Which, by the way, Spades, there is no tournament going on right now. Just a nice show match. CRR. A touch to the ceiling. He has to just let it fall down because its arc is already a little bit above the crossbar. Yes, really not much he could do. LuiisP had a great save. 6-4. LuiisP, that catch, we should have watched it from CRR's perspective. I guess he didn't expect that much of a pop from the catch from Luis. Luis, too strong of a touch off the wall. Can't hold on to his possession. Now he's, once again, going to try and protect the ball as he jumps off the wall to keep CRR from coming in and making a challenge, and it's not enough. I mean, CRR recognizes the weak position that LuiisP is ultimately in, and LuiisP cannot get back up to that high bouncing ball. LuiisP, he has had the edge in the aerial game this time. Not able to get a shot. Ceiling kind of forced him to play it faster than he wanted to and had to go for the ground pinch. LuiisP, air dribble bump. CRR, nice early pre-jump, But he might be out of position. Yeah, that with no boost left, even a slight bump can get him far enough away from the play. Nice, not even really a wave dash. I don't think LuiisP did wave dash, but CRR falling down with no boost means he's really easy to predict where he's going to land. So LuiisP can just load up his bump and slam right back into him. So 30 seconds left to go. CRR, definitely a much better performance here in game number 2, but a much better performance is not quite enough so far. CRR basically no choice but to bring the game to Luis now. Can't shadow defend at any moment. Has to turn and challenge at every second possible, and LuiisP is going to be prepared for that. So 7-5, a close game, maybe one more for either one of these two. If anybody, it'll probably be LuiisP. Yep, 8-5. The first one, I believe, was 8-0. So 8-5 is an improvement for CRR. LuiisP, man, he is in the zone, playing as good as he ever has against his countrymen. That's game 2. CRR looks like he's changing car, but he's back. CRR back in the Fennec for game number 3. Got to break the seal with the Endo in the last game. Now, going back to the car he trusts the most, the one we've seen him playing with the majority of time on stream. LuiisP starting off game number 3 on offense. I think CRR really needs to come out of the gate here early. I think he'll have a tough time pulling out the win if LuiisP starts as hot as he has in the past. Although I think CRR did have a good start in game 2, just couldn't hold on to it. Luis, man, he just got slightly bumped by CRR. If he didn't get bumped, I think he might be able to score that. Luis has been really, really creative on these last couple aerial attempts. Not just taking them straight to the net, trying to look for double angles where he can put it off the back wall somewhere where CRR can't get to and then go for the double. It hasn't worked out for him yet, but he never lost possession, and that is so important. Every single attempt results in a continued attack. CRR is just bound to make a mistake at some point. When LuiisP's pressuring him for a full minute, I swear there's just this entire start of the game has been 1 full minute of that first position, and CRR not being able to break himself out of it. Not great to once again see him in a defensive position. Oh my goodness, this shot from LuiisP. I don't know if this is what he planned, but it's the nastiest double I've ever seen. Off the crossbar post, he does the 180 and taps it in for a second. That shot was sick, dude. Luis, man, I swear everything's going his way. He is playing really, really well right now. CRR is no joke of an opponent, but somebody who is as on point as LuiisP. Very few players who can stop him. Wow, that was a crazy challenge from Luis. CRR obviously coming to take the ball away, and Luis just didn't even jump at all. Just straight chip shots, which is definitely going to lose the ball heavily when you don't jump for it. He just got away with it. He was able to get back to it. CRR, I mean, he needed a strong touch there. He couldn't afford to just touch it with his wheels. A bit of panic. I think he just jumped because of the initial touch. Realized after that it was not threatening and tried to pull back. It's just too little too late. Great air dribble. Wheels first. But LuiisP, nobody seems to be better than him. Then making sure his 50 doesn't go in the net. He can make those saves right on the goal line. Never seems to have a problem with them. CRR is clear. Not strong enough. LuiisP will send it straight back to the net. CRR has yet to score in the Fennec. The Fennec just can't do it for him. He had a good 3-0 run at the beginning of game number 2 with the Endo, and then followed that up with maybe one other goal, I think. Since then, it's been all LuiisP. CRR, great flip reset. He probably was bumped too far off. As you can see, CRR trying to calculate the best way to get back to the ball with the 12 or 13 boost he did have, whether it be a flip using the boost or a wave dash with the 12 to get there. Either way, whatever he decided was still a little bit too slow. Maybe it was the fastest option, but it doesn't matter. LuiisP, big separation from the ball means CRR will have an offensive possession. He's going to kill this on top of his car. Flick is strong, but it's too strong. Gonna need to see some magic. A run like we haven't seen so far from CRR in the next 2 minutes. CRR, nice fake. And the first Fennec goal. This has to be the beginning of the comeback if he wants to stay in this series. Got Luis to jump on the fake. I mean, just beautiful. Perfect execution. The kind of offense we need to see from him. Will he be able to continue it? Luis off kickoff. Soft lob. So just underneath the crossbar, forcing CRR to use the little bit of boost he might have picked up since the kickoff. So now he's having to play in net with 16, and he's just trying to be patient and wait for the ball to come down to a spot that he can get to. But Luis just never lets it drop underneath, you know, just underneath the crossbar where he can score from. So once again, just really, really good execution. I think the only way CRR gets out of that is he makes his first touch be one that stops the play from happening. You know, his save wasn't great, and that's what allowed LuiisP to continue. And, you know, if it weren't for that, maybe it has to be the kickoff. CRR, nice flick. A second. He is slowly closing the gap. Doesn't have a ton of time to do it. CRR forced into a panic touch. I mean, Luis, he just grabs his midfield boost, turns towards the play, and CRR is up. He just found himself a little bit too deep under it. He's so worried about everything LuiisP can do. He feels the need to try and go up and tap it past him, but LuiisP has been very patient. CRR has been rewarding his patience by throwing him tons of opportunities to take quick shots off of his mistaken touches. Wow. Well, LuiisP is just playing amazing. 8-2. CRR, he has to pressure. He cannot let the game come to him anymore, not with the state of where the game is. And that challenge on the wall does not touch the ball. Great 50 win. Grab the boost. He's trying to rush this ball to net before Luis gets a reset. And on the first shot, although the first touch wasn't great, he at least had CRR with 0 boost. Sorry, LuiisP with 0 boost. But everything seems to be going this guy's way. Soft touch directly into the hood of his car, and he will just tap it in. 9-2. CRR saying he doesn't have a chance, man. LuiisP, too good. Remembering to save this stream just in case they leave this early. Sometimes I forget to save the replays when that happens. GG's though. Hey, you know, this is what CRR wanted. CRR, in discussions with me before, was talking about how he wanted to go up against a ones guy. You know, he had played some top 1v1ers. Don't get me wrong, his last game against Nugget. Nugget grinds a lot of ones. I think Nugget is like a ones main. But there is a bit of a separation between the players who can get around top 20 and the players who have historically performed well in tournament settings as well. You know, those players I think have a step above, and LuiisP definitely one of those. CRR got his opportunity to play against him, and I really do think LuiisP was playing extra good today. You know, it wasn't just regular LuiisP. But GG's. Oops, I canceled it. I'm just gonna hit save. So I wanted to talk to these guys. Oh, I don't want to view now. GG's. Thanks for playing. That was a great performance. Great.